Hi, I'm Rob Damron, and I'm here with the second part of paper construction. Today we're going to look at how to break down a topic. We're constantly given topics to write in all our different courses in our content areas. The problem that students have most is how do they break down that topic and write about exactly what the teacher wants. I don't know about you, but I always had a real hard time when a teacher would say this is what they want, and then I would give them something, and then I'd see in red pen all over it, what's this? I was blown away. So we want to kind of eliminate that a little bit. All right. If we look up here at the board, we have a sample paper topic. It could be from a history class. It could be from a number of different classes. We have read the creation stories of the Madoc and the Navajo Indians. Explain how these stories are similar and different. Cite specific examples from each story to demonstrate similarities and differences. A pretty basic topic, but one that we need to learn how to break down. If we look over on the whiteboard here, we look at the different areas that the topic talked about. We know that our papers are going to have an introduction and a conclusion. Okay? We also know that this paper is asking about the Madoc, the Navajo, as well as the similarities and the differences. All we need to do, and we need to make sure that we do, is when we have a topic, look for the nouns. Madoc, Navajo Indians. What is the teacher asking me to do about this? They're asking me to explain. Look for the action secondly. Explain. What am I supposed to explain? I'm explaining the stories of the Madoc and the Navajo. So that's pretty cut and dry. What else is the teacher asking me to do? They're asking me to cite specific examples. This is key. If a teacher is asking you for specific examples, you must provide that from each story to demonstrate the similarities and the differences. So let's slow down and let's look at it again. The nouns, Madoc and Navajo Indians, that's what this paper is about. What does the paper want me to do? It wants me to explain and it wants me to cite. What does it want me to explain? The similarities and the differences, and it wants me to cite specific examples from each story to demonstrate that I understand the similarities and the differences between the Madoc and the Navajo Indians. So if we look back over here, we have our introduction, we have the Madoc, we have the Navajo, we have the similarities, we have the differences, we have the conclusions. What this has now become is what we call a rough draft outline of our paper. We want to have like an overview of what the paper is going to look like. We know we need to talk about these creation stories. We know we need to talk about the similarities and differences, and we know that every paper is going to have an introduction and a conclusion. What do we do now? Well, all we have to do is take these main parts of the paper and turn them into questions. For example, the Madoc. Who were the Madoc? 3 simple steps. Answer the question. Who were the Madoc? So look at your notes, look at your handouts, look at whatever the teacher gave you, and answer the question. The Madoc Indians were a people that were a tribe, whatever it may be. Give the details that you need to do. The second point, support your answer. If I just answered who the Madoc were, now I want to give a little more background information about them. The final thing is provide a specific example or detail. Notice that in the sample paper topic, that was one of the actions that the paper wanted us to complete. Cite specific examples. So now I'm going to look in my notes or look in my handouts or whatever the textbook that we used, and I'm going to provide that specific example or detail. This is a great time to put in quotes because believe me, teachers love it when you put in quotes. If we move on to the next, it's the same thing. Who were the Navajo? Answer the question, support my answer, provide a specific example or detail. The similarities. What were the similarities between the Madoc and the Navajo? Answer the question, support it, then throw in those quotes or that specific example or details. And the same with the differences. Then you will move on to your final thoughts of the paper. So again, when you're writing a paper topic, always look at the paper topic itself, find the nouns, what the paper is supposed to be about, find the action of the paper, explaining and citing, and what the actions want you to do. They want me to demonstrate the similarities and the differences. If you follow this model, you'll have no problems whatsoever. The last thing about this is once you set up this rough outline of your paper, what you believe the paper to be about, Always ask your teacher. Show this to your teacher. This is what I believe the paper is about. And then you're either going to get, hey, you're right on, or what's this? It's better to get a what's this look on the teacher's face now than when she's handing back a paper to you. I hope this has been helpful.